Hello and welcome. I'm glad you're here. Let's start.
Before the story begins, tell me where you're watching from and what time it is in your city. I always wonder how far stories like this travel, because mine started with a single sentence at a family dinner and ended with the same people pounding on my door, desperate for help they never thought they'd need from me. My name is Maya Carter. I'm 31, and this story started on a cold November evening in Portland, Oregon. It was Thanksgiving dinner at my parents' house. The table was full, the candles were lit, and my mother was passing out small gifts the way a dealer passes cards in a poker game. My younger brother got a new smartwatch. My father received a leather wallet. My aunt opened a spa voucher and squealed with excitement. Even my cousin's boyfriend, who had only been dating her for 2 months, walked away with concert tickets. Everyone had something. Everyone except me. When the last gift bag was gone, my mother glanced at me, reached calmly for the gravy bowl, and said in the most casual tone imaginable, "You should just be grateful we let you sit at the table." For a moment, the room went quiet. Then my aunt laughed. My brother joined in. Someone slapped the table like it was the funniest joke of the night. I didn't cry. I didn't argue. I simply folded my napkin, looked around the table, and said quietly, "Good to know." Most people think moments like that appear out of nowhere. They don't. They build slowly, over years in smaller rooms and quieter insults. In my family, I wasn't the child who got celebrated. I was the one who got assigned. When my brother achieved something, he deserved praise. When I achieved something, it meant I could handle more work. At 17, I won a regional architecture scholarship. My mother skipped the ceremony because my brother had a basketball game. At 24, I landed my first big contract designing lighting for a renovated theater downtown. My father congratulated me by asking if I could also take a quick look at the lighting for the charity gala my parents hosted every winter. That charity gala became a tradition in our town outside Portland. It was called the Winter Heritage Auction, a polished community event that raised scholarship money for local students. But behind the scenes, most of the real work came through me. I built the website, I designed the promotional materials, I coordinated vendors, sponsors, and lighting installations. My parents posed for photos and talked about family values. I stayed up until 2 a.m. fixing broken payment links. For years, I convinced myself it didn't bother me, until Thanksgiving exposed the truth. 2 days later, I saw a photo my mother posted online, a perfect family picture, warm lighting, everyone smiling. The caption read, "Nothing matters more than having all my children home." I wasn't in the picture, not cropped out, just gone. Then I saw something worse. My cousin had posted a short video clip from dinner. It was only about 10 seconds long, filmed from the far end of the table, but the audio was clear. My mother saying, "Be grateful you can sit here." My aunt laughing. Me replying quietly, "Good to know." The video disappeared by morning, but I had already saved it. That night I sat in my apartment and asked myself a question I had avoided for years. Was I actually loved or just useful? I called my best friend Leah. She listened quietly while I told her everything. When I finished, she said something that changed everything. "People like that don't panic when they hurt you," she said. "They panic when they lose access to you." So instead of reacting emotionally, I did something deliberate. I opened every file related to the Winter Heritage Auction. Then I sent one calm professional email. Effective immediately, I was withdrawing from all planning, design, and operations related to the event. Any use of my work, business accounts, or digital systems without my permission was unauthorized. I copied the event committee, the printer, the venue manager, and the payment processor. Then I muted my family chat and turned off my phone. Within hours, the responses began. The florist said invoices could no longer be processed because the billing system was attached to my company. The printer asked who would approve the final design files. The event coordinator admitted she had assumed I was leading operations the entire time. That's when I realized something unsettling. My parents hadn't just relied on my work, they had built their public reputation on top of it. That evening, Leah came over with takeout and a legal pad. She works in city administration and knows how nonprofit paperwork works. We started reviewing old files, duplicate reimbursements, expenses labeled donor hospitality that were clearly personal purchases, even one presentation where my lighting design concept had been credited to my aunt. A note on the file read, "Don't mention Maya unless necessary." That sentence hit harder than anything else. The next morning, I emailed the event committee chair and politely asked for my name to be removed from all promotional materials. Her reply came 12 minutes later. "Your mother said your involvement this year was minimal." Minimal, I actually laughed out loud. Then the phone calls started. My mother, my father, my brother, even family friends called, telling me not to create drama. By Monday, panic had replaced irritation. Sponsors were asking questions. Payment systems had frozen. The event website had temporarily shut down. And then 1 week after Thanksgiving, they showed up. All 4 of them. Standing outside my Denver townhouse in the freezing afternoon. They weren't there to apologize. They were there because their fundraiser was collapsing, and they needed the one person they had spent years underestimating. I opened the door just enough to see them clearly. My mother looked exhausted. My father carried a box full of documents. My aunt stood behind them with her arms crossed. My father lifted the box and said carefully, "We just need you to explain a few things to the committee." That's when I finally understood. They hadn't come because they cared about me. They came because they needed me to fix the mess they created. And for the first time in my life, I didn't. If this story made you think about the difference between being loved and being used, let me know in the comments. And if you enjoy powerful real lifestyle stories like this one, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one.